I'm actually taking a short walk outside my home area while I'm doing this recording. So yeah, you might hear some noises in the background, so hope you don't mind. And when I'm done, I'll just I'll go and do my grocery shopping and everything because yeah, it's the weekend here, but I still have to do some stuff. And yeah, but I mean, very thankfully Saturday is a bit better because I kind of slowed down, and I have to actually do some bit of research and work in the area of my own, let's say my own plan things like studies and everything. So I wanted to make this video because I've been actually I've been following the Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively and also Ryan Reynolds lawsuit. Okay, it's not just like two people involved, there are three people involved. So obviously, as it appears that Ryan Reynolds was actually probably either an enabler or an accessory, or probably even a mastermind, one of the co-masterminds in this case of the attempt to smear Justin Baldoni's reputation and with false charges of harassment and whatever they are. But the funny thing is, just by looking at it, I got a sense that just by looking at whatever is being presented right now, you just get a sense that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are both they are grasping at straws and they are whatever and trying to stall for time and delay everything. Sorry. So it's pretty disgusting. I never really liked either one of them. I thought they were just two narcissists together. You know that I can call them the power narcissist couple of Hollywood because Ryan Reynolds is not good looking. He has a receding hairline and his two eyes are like just so close together. There's something wrong with him, okay? And he's full of himself, okay? He thinks that he's funny, but he's not. He's all his so-called sarcasm. It's not funny at all. Okay, and Blake Lively seems to be some kind of mirror of him. She's a real mean girl. Okay, but the thing is that a lot of celebrities are really, really known to be quite narcissistic, full of themselves. We've learned that from the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp case, where Amber Heard was creating she took Johnny Depp's kindness and love for weakness, and she kept on smearing his name and everything. The good thing is that I think Johnny Depp was smart enough to keep the receipts, and obviously I'm not sure who told Justin Baldoni to keep all the receipts, but it looks like all the receipts they're very damning, okay, to Blake Lively and to Ryan Reynolds. And now there's another extra case of one PR firm manager suing Blake Lively for $7 million for bringing him and pulling him to the lawsuit as well, okay? When he said that according to him, he has never even talked to her, never even worked with her and things like that. So the thing is this, I kind of realized this after all this, this drama and the debacle. I kind of wondered because it seems not just a common case among women or celebrities, female celebrities, but it seems to be a case of some women actually. Not all, I say some, okay, because to be fair to females, not all females are like that, but it seems to be common among female narcissists, especially that, let's just say female narcissists, even those who are not celebrities, they have a tendency to fabricate claims of abuse and claims of harassment, so like SA and SH, okay, this term, I'm trying not to get blocked or whatever, but they really create all these terms and all these false claims. And after creating all these false claims, the funniest thing is that they think that they can get away with it. It's like, he said, she said, I said this thing and why is it correct? Or because they try to use this whole Me Too thing, saying that, I said it, therefore you should believe all women. Say, what if you're lying? Where's the evidence? The evidence is simply that it's me. What? These kind of things actually, the fact that you create all these false accusations will make it much harder for really real victims, okay, for real victims and survivors of SA and DV. Okay, you make it way harder for them, regardless of their sex, gender, or their orientation. Okay, whether it's male or female, or gay or straight, whatever, or bi. It will make them way harder to for them to come up and talk about it. Okay, and it's so funny. It's like you say, oh, don't erase people. Yeah, but you are erasing people by doing all this. Okay, there's so much hypocrisy going on. I mean, the fact that is next level evil. Okay, if you think about it. I mean, the fact that they tried, they basically pushed Justin Baldoni and his whole family down to the basement for the screening, and they couldn't even, of the premiere of It Ends With Us, and they couldn't even stay there when Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were there, on top floor. And that wasn't just the director, the actor who's also the lead actor, the male lead actor, and his family, but it also included one fan who was terminally ill, I think from cancer or something, who was in a wheelchair. Can you imagine? Justin Baldoni wanted to actually let that female fan watch the movie, okay? And she was pushed, okay? Not the physical push, but metaphorically, figuratively pushed, okay? To that basement. Can you imagine? This is so ableist. So the fact that two abusers claiming to to be in that to involve, I mean they're trying to steal the rights to that movie, which is about DV, okay, and abuse, indirectly abusing one other person who's actually not in good health. Okay, this is not only downright sick and disgusting, this is evil. Okay, evil. So as I say, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are evil, but evil are not, I mean, just take away their names. There are women who do that kind of stuff as well. Okay, they make false accusations of men. They do that. Sometimes women do that, and the funny thing is that they don't have any evidence. It's like that kind of joke that goes, I said hi to a feminist yesterday, today I'm in court. It's true, because I think there's a kind of grain of truth to make it so funny, as insulting as he claims. Because let's think about it this way. A lot of people, like guys, why is it that we don't really say hi to women or girls in the gym? Okay, you know why? We don't say it because if we do it, no matter how friendly you are, no matter, it's like this kind of things will be taken as a sign of you trying to hit on them. And the fact is, guys deal with a lot of things. Okay, this is today's Valentine's Day, but let me just be honest. Whether or not you are attached, especially for men who are not attached, we already suffer from this whole thing where we choose not to approach a girl that we find attractive or that we like, because there's a fear that we might actually end up getting rejected. Yeah, there's a fear of rejection. This is the whole thing about male ego. I'm speaking as a guy, but other than the rejection thing which goes on, there's also the fear that you might encounter someone who's actually a very mean girl. Okay, the girl could be a mean girl, and then the mean girl could just accuse you of things which didn't happen. Sometimes it's very it's way more insidious. Why do I say it's more insidious? Okay, when I was in my 20s, okay, now I'm way older. I remember there was this piece of news that where it was pertaining to the first church where I was like a long time attending member. It was like was it the Charis Tabernacle here in Singapore? Now the church has changed quite a lot. A lot of people have left, gone to other churches, and obviously I'm one of the ones who left too. I left quite early on, around 1990. What was that? 1997? Yeah, around there. 1997. So the thing was that 1997, 1998. Yeah, but I mean I still hung around with some of the other like members, even despite leaving and everything. But there was a corner in the library, the Arts and Social Sciences library, where I used to hang around. But during sometime around my mid-20s or so, 24 or 25, yeah, somewhere around that time, I think it's 24. Yeah, when I was 24. It was just right. I think after I graduated? No. I haven't graduated. Actually, I was still in US. I was like 24 or turning 25. And there was this piece of news about one of the pastors there. He was actually supposedly he was under investigation for allegedly molest. It was like, again, it was a he said she said thing. So according to what the news had actually, the news are, they're under compulsion not to say exactly, because anything, because of course they can't just try to affect the outcome of the investigations. And the pastor was accused by a girl whom he approached to talk to, okay, of molesting her. Her claim was quite ludicrous, that it was in public, obviously, and that he touched her breasts, that he fondled them, and that he did stuff that were inappropriate. And and this is the kind of things that happen here with he was trying, obviously, to evangelize and to preach to her, but it appears that girl was really full of animosity and wanted to do something. So she made use of that the women's charter here. Okay, the women's charter here really sides with women. You can, let's just say that if you can say that you're a woman, okay, even if you are the one in the wrong, let's say you are in an adulterous affair, your husband is still bound after divorce to pay you half of his monthly salary as alimony, even though you are the one who were having an adulterous affair as the woman. Okay, so this is not going to work out with me. Okay, there will be prenups, and my wife will not have 1 cent. I make it very clear. Okay, basically, after I pass, all my money goes to my nieces. Okay, I'm very clear. I told my mom. I haven't told my sisters yet, but yeah. If not to my nieces, to charity, but very unlikely. They'll go to my nieces. They'll be the ones handling it. Okay, even though it's not an awful lot of money, but you know what? Now maybe it goes to the other half. I'll just be sure. I'm gonna make sure that the prenup goes through. But thing is this: with that case of the SA or SH episode that was going on in Charis Tabernacle. At that point in time, I wasn't a member anymore. So I asked my one friend whom I bumped into about this case. Okay, he's still a member there, and he said no, he didn't do it. Okay, as in that pastor didn't do it. But I asked, so is he still in pastoral duties right now? He said no, because the church is not going to be embroiled in the controversies. Okay, so he stepped down voluntarily, okay, of his own free will, while the investigations are ongoing. I have no idea what happens now, okay, but I asked him, so does the church actually believe in his innocence? The church, he said, yes, the church believes in his innocence. And some of my friends back then from other churches, okay, who knew that I was in my first church was the Charis Tabernacle, my first long-term church. They asked me, so what do you think? I said, I know that pastor personally. I believe he's a man of God, a real man of God, and I really believe it. Okay, compared to say the current modern day pastors like Kong Hee or Joseph Prince, no, those are not men of God. But that pastor from Charis Tabernacle, I really believe that he was being wrongly accused. Because why? It could be very simple. Some women, they don't like you. If they don't like you, or it could just be a case of you rejecting them. Maybe they're interested in you. You refuse them. They suffer narcissistic injury. And one thing, that that saying, hell no fury than that of a woman's scorn. Some people say it's very sexist or misogynist. It's not so much that, but you think about it. Regardless of whether women or men, when you scorn someone, okay, why would they not react, okay, for our vengeance? And in the case of that woman, her vengeance was simply falsely accusing him of SA. Okay, I'm gonna I haven't really checked. I checked with my godsis once, because I think that at the point in time she was in another branch. I think was she in Crystal? Yeah, she was in Crystal Tabernacle, which was the other, the sister church of that other one of Karis. And she said, yeah, I asked her, Jasmine, sister Jasmine, like Jasmine 姐姐, I was like, I tell her 姐姐 means older sister. Do you still remember this case? She said, yeah, of course I remember this case. People even in the Crystal Tabernacle know about this case. But obviously, I think a lot of people stood by the pastor because they knew what was going on. And it was a case of, like women can be quite vicious. Some women, not all, but some women can be very vicious. If it's not a case of sexual attraction to the person, which was being rejected or spurned, it could be simply a case that I don't like the person preaching to me. I want to get him in trouble. So it's like malice, okay? And there are people who do that. Okay, I hate to say it. Like, why do people do that? Blake Lively's case was a bit more obvious. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, there was some conspiracy theories going on. The conspiracy theory was like maybe he was jealous, he wanted to ruin Justin Baldoni or whatever, or maybe Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were helping her to take over the movie set. I think it's more likely that they were trying to take over the movie set. It's out of some kind of a sheer intention to steal the movie, okay? To steal the movie, to control how it turns out. And the irony is, the movie, which was supposed to be a good movie after Justin Baldoni's take, it was being rejected in favor of Blake Lively's cut, which was not very good because it romanticized DV. Okay, people say it was so horrible. The movie was horrible because, to begin with, Colin Hoover wasn't a very good writer. Let's just admit it. People who have read it say that the novel romanticized DV. So. And then you have someone who's trying to make things right, to make a movie that will make you think about the consequences when you behave in that way. Okay, but then you have like two narcissists basically, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, creating a lot of false rumors, a lot of these things. It's really malice, okay, and sheer narcissism. But then why do some women make false accusations of men? Claiming that men are essaying them, SH them, harassing them, and that kind of stuff. Even if there's no evidence, why do they drag them through the mud? I asked the uncle in the gym once about this, just today in the morning, because I told him other stories. It's funny because that I told y'all that there was this content creator, Nut Poacher. I'm very, very amused that she spends every few videos. Almost every video, every 1 or 2 videos every day, okay, every single day, okay. She's not just attacking narcissists of both sexes. She attacks men as well, okay. She hates men and despises them. She accuses them of different things, and I think some of the posts that she made. I'm talking about posts. I'm not talking about videos. She claimed that someone was stalking her, so she has lodged this police report. Obviously, she has. I'm also on the receiving end. Once for unsubscribing. Can't believe it. Just because I unsubscribed, and then now she's on the vindictive role against everyone who seems to at least have a presence or whatever. Why do they do that? Okay, why do they go around like making all these accusations? It doesn't seem to stop, and even it obviously gets more obvious when you point out that they are probably narcissistic, or that they are troubled personalities, acting out of malice. She has no evidence or anything. Obviously, the police will basically rescind the order or just close the investigation because they will just say, we can't find any evidence that someone is stalking you. And I haven't been following her, to be honest, so I have no idea what's going on with her videos. I don't like her videos, they're so negative. But she just reminds me of what a lot of women, not all, but quite a lot of women who have that kind of agenda, when they don't like someone, they tend to actually make false accusations. And sometimes these false accusations, some of them could be against men, okay? They will accuse men of SA and SH. And hopefully, let's say that if the police doesn't get involved, the law doesn't get involved, but at least there's this thing called the public opinion, then people will lose their followers, and they will just end up, they can kind of like crucify them, okay, in the courts of public opinion. It's very malicious, And when I asked the uncle why, he said they have to have a mental illness. And the fact that they don't even know you that well and that they chose you to be a target of their so-called smear campaign. Okay? It says a lot about them, that they have some mental issues. I think they're crazy. But that aside, I don't think they're the only ones, because I used to have one. What's this one? I won't say friend, but more like acquaintance, quite close acquaintance. This Chinese Canadian girl who was running a beauty website, selling Korean skincare. Selling Korean skincare. That was before she actually changed it to something just like a review website, and then she eventually changed her profession to become a writer. And it was kind of funny when she told us this one thing as a girl. Okay, she said that women can be quite terrible. I said, is it true? I would have thought that it's actually men. That men are terrible, not just to women sometimes, but especially the women that they love. Okay, some men, they are abusive, but I thought that it would have been a case of like men being abusive even to other men, especially men they don't know. Okay, and I'm speaking also from the perspective of someone who has been subject to grooming in SA by other men. Okay, and thankfully it wasn't that serious to the point that I had to to end up like going to hospital. Okay, thankfully not. But the thing is that she said no, actually it's not like that. She said she was using case of a grandmother. Was it a grandmother or great grandmother? Yeah, she was talking about it back in China. She was saying back in China, okay, because she's I think she's Hong Konger by heritage, but now she's a Canadian citizen. So she said that my grandmother back in the village that she lived in, when she was pregnant, okay, all the women in the village gossiped about her and slandered her to the point that she was jailed. I was like, over what? She was jailed over something that she didn't do. I was thinking, oh, this is like, it's kind of crazy. We would say it's crazy, but back in those days, during days of Maoist China, the Cultural Revolution in the 50s and 60s in China, those were the days, when a young woman, she's a single mother. Yeah, she said she was jailed because she was a single mother, because of all this gossip and everything, and she was forced to actually be in jail for a while, even while she was pregnant. I was like, wow, can you imagine? Her grandmother, so her parent, I'm not sure whether it's her father or her mother, would have obviously have been born in that kind of setting in prison. Okay, and I was like, wow, and brought up there as well. Can you imagine how traumatizing it is? And who is it caused by? She said, it was caused by women. They were gossiping. But what were they gossiping over? What did they have to gossip about? She didn't say much, but I could kind of guess, it wasn't that period would have been the period of the Cultural Revolution, the whole idea of, like feudal values and people trying to say certain things about how, a woman who's not like married or who has been married but maybe widowed, how she probably had got this baby child from doing other stuff or whatever, or that there are always certain kinds of like rumors going on, and you realize, wow, the power of the tongue when unbridled is very damaging and it's evil. Okay, it's evil. So one thing is, don't just take it when they say believe all women. I don't believe all women. I believe in the evidence. If you can show the evidence, I'll believe you. Okay. And the thing is that when someone accuses me of something, I'll be like, where? Even if you show me the evidence, I know that it's not true, because why? I didn't do it. Okay, my conscience is very clear. You are fabricating the evidence. Okay, a lot of these narcissists, some of them they'll grasp at straws. Even if there's no evidence, they'll create false evidence. They'll put something there and they'll say, oh, that's a see. Like, that was what Amber Heard did. in the Johnny Depp case, like put a beer bottle or alcohol bottle, then say, oh, so this is what? Oh, this is the one that he used to hurt me. Yeah, but the whole thing was not even broken. It was a full beer bottle. They create and fabricate evidence. They create a lot of stories, and they can't even cry for saving our. You know, she couldn't even cry. So anyway, yeah, this is the whole thing. We have to be careful. You know, the thing is, I don't just believe it when someone just tells me, oh, this is the thing, this is that thing. I said no. Especially after my experience with groomers and narcissists and stupid nut poacher. Oh please, so disgusting. I should even look at the mirror. I think the only thing these people think that they think that everyone is hitting on them. The only thing that is hitting on them is an oncoming truck. Okay, this is what my manager used to say about these delusional people, these women with false accusations of SA and SH. It makes it way harder. You know that it makes it way harder for those who have been through all this to come forth and speak, precisely because of these liars and these slanderers. Okay, these false accusers. Just like they are Satan. Okay, the Hebrew word for Satan is the accuser. Father of lies. Maybe these are not fathers of lies, these are mothers of lies or sisters of lies, but they are people of the lie. Okay, so I always believe, don't believe everyone. Look at the evidence. Even the evidence might not always be real, could be planted in. Okay, so sift, SIFT, sift the motives of everyone, test everyone, and we know the person for who they are. Most of them, unfortunately, I would say that most women who do this, they're not most, not all, but some, or quite a lot actually. When they fabricate evidence, they make false accusations. A lot of the false accusations are not exactly valid claims about someone else or the person that they are accusing, but they are confessions about themselves. Okay, about what they will do, the lengths to which they will go. Okay, to destroy someone. The emotions I can't pretend because the heart is always very hidden. But these are not good people. Okay, so anyway, I'm out here. I'm off. Okay, have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.